Hey everybody, my name is Adam. This is an assignment I had to do for class, but I think it's going to go really great for everybody. It's the difference between traditional and online. I'm a GCU graduate. I'm going for my master's at GCU. Um, so we're going to talk about just a little bit of why I chose online as opposed to traditional. So for me, I went to traditional school. I graduated high school in '03. Went to a campus. It was really big. Just really didn't work for me. I was a very different learner. So as I got older, I joined the Marine Corps. A few head injuries later, I had the opportunity to go back to school, and that's when I started doing research. Um, if you look at the GCU website, they have a different um, thing where they break down online colleges to regular colleges. Um, so for me, um, what's the same? What are the similarities? You get the same information. You still get the same end results, so you still get a degree. You just learn it different. What are the differences? Uh, it's kind of the same thing. The differences are obviously you're in school, in class, as opposed to online, which you can kind of do whenever. So for me, I have a hard time sleeping sometimes, so I do a lot of my stuff at night. Um, so I still get to work, still get to spend the rest of my time with my family. When I go to bed, I go to school. Um, Kind of learn at your own pace. I mean, there's a lot of differences of going to online and then having the security of your own home. So for me, that was kind of the difference. Um, in class, I kind of got lost in the shuffle. Um, so that's kind of the dislikes of being in class for me. Um, Same thing with being on a campus. It was a lot for me. I've at that time just got out of high school, wasn't able to, I guess, wrap my head around the fact that hey, now I'm on my own. And now that I've got a family, have responsibilities, I can't go to online or I can't go to a campus for that same reason. Is now it's too much for me. I've got other stuff I have to pay. I can't take my 2 days off and go to class, or 3 days off, go to class, and still support my family. So for me, those are the difference between, um, or that's the dislikes and the pluses for online, or I mean for in school. For online for me, I can record and submit, kind of what I'm doing now. This is an assignment. Um, Recording it, and I can send it in my own time. So I do till Thursday. Guess what? It's Sunday, so I'm able to do that. Scheduling it really fits. Um, I can kind of do it when I want. Yes, we have deadlines, but it really works for me. What are the dislikes? Um, Platforms. They change every few years. Some people can get away with it. I've been going for 4 years, and it's changed 3 times. Just changed this week. Um, so those are kind of frustrating. Things are always changing. And I guess that's kind of life. And distractions. Yes, just like going to class, there's people doing it at home, internet, TV, Netflix. I can turn on something and forget that I'm doing homework. Also, same thing. They time out. So let's say you're doing an assignment and you focus on TV. All of a sudden, 6 minutes later, everything you typed is now gone because you had a 5 minute window, unless you're actively typing. So that's been fun. Trying to get used to that. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where I've been on that one. How adult learning works for both. There's so many different theories: hands-on, not hands-on, visual, non-visual. For me, where I'm at in my life, everything points to online. I can. It's a lot easier for me to not take my. I mean, I can take notes, but I have access to it. So the information is there, as opposed to being in an online class or being in a classroom where I have to write it down really fast because I only get one shot. So that's been a nice transition for me, at least, that I can kind of do it on my own. Um, I went to different websites to get information for this. So went to a place for my college guide, and they had a huge quote. Some welcome change, some are intimidated by it. It's kind of where I was. I didn't really know where I belonged, and since I found GCU, I've been able to do that stuff. The instructions really self-explanatory. I know they're just as self-explanatory in a classroom, but being off campus, I'm comfortable. I can do everything. Yes, I know some people really strive at doing online stuff. They can talk. I know a lot of people do really well in classrooms. I can do both. I just, time wise, I can't do both. So for me, online, it was huge. Um, so if you're kind of thinking about which one is what, do a lot of research. There's a lot of different websites. Again, my college guide was huge. Students for SG.org. I know it's a lot of stuff about high school, but the same stuff applies to college. The distractions. That's where I got that one from. Didn't really think about it until it kind of broke it down. With I know last 2 years have been crazy. Online schooling, supposed to being in class, it's a entirely different argument. We're not going to go there, but I got to do some research on that and see both sides of the spectrum. It's just not for me. Online all the way. GCU. Bye, guys.